not. I can
Fair.
cook things.
So, last time we played D&D, the party had just opened a box full of demonic entities that had swarmed free from the box to perforate the world.
Eldritch entities.
Eldritch entities.
There's a difference.
That's correct, indeed. And you'd think I would
Who
know
do
that
I hope?
difference. I hope too. That would be optimal for the
The
situation.
Eldritch orcs.
The party presumes that the rest of the boxes with similar insignia in the room are going to have similarly awful things in those boxes. Now, of course, a couple of our characters want to open these boxes. I believe Worf wants to open the boxes.
I don't know why you throw names around.
And why was Worf wanting to open the boxes?
Because he wants to see what kind of amazing diseases are within.
And why was it
Why
that
was
Laps's character Autumn wanted to open the boxes?
Because if there are Eldritch beings in the boxes, certainly there are, or at least there could possibly be devilish entities as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always
And-
nice to have a devil owe you a favor.
And why is it that Salazar wanted to open the boxes?
I must find more Fenris artifacts.
Well, that's all good. Fenris boy himself, Salazar, the great worshipper, is currently blinded and disabled due to a slight mishap he had with some reflective glass that is now attached to his arm. Also, I believe you guys have just made up camp and prepared to go to sleep. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll leave this in your hands. Nothing is perturbing your ability to do that.
About
Is
how
that-
long has it been since we had that fight with the exploding spiders?
15 minutes.
Yeah, it's been like half an hour.
Has it?
almost.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that we were
No, we took
that
like a
was
few
like-
hours to.
yeah, to look around and search
we
the
looked
rooms and
around.
things
That's
like
right.
that.
That's right. So it's been 6 hours.
6 or so hours. Okay.
We could actually sleep at that point. That's fine.
You can
Now
sleep
we also
whenever.
opened up some boxes, which probably took like 10 minutes. or
I
something.
took that into account, yeah.
Okay.
You can't just like go to sleep necessarily, but you can rest around until
Relax.
you
Yeah.
need sleep. So whenever it is that you want to sleep, feel free to do so. Set up camp.
I'll just jog in place until we get tired enough to go to sleep.
I fall over.
Is your character even
can't
capable
see.
of doing that over a long
Probably
period of
not.
time?
No, no, he'll just go to sleep in like 10 minutes.
Jason's role playing the best of anyone here. Just so we're clear.
Hey, you don't know what I'm role playing.
I mean, I know you're naked. So yeah, like I said, nothing's perturbing your ability to go to sleep. So the floor's yours.
I'm gonna wait till I already stated I was gonna wait till everyone was asleep and then open the boxes.
So is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just waiting till everybody else. So like, I'm gonna act like I'm going to sleep when everybody else is going to sleep, and then
Are you gonna wait until you're no longer a blind fuck to open the boxes, Jason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I
Well,
think
like
is
24
long enough that
hours.
like I'm gonna be taking a nap.
Okay. So
I'm doing the same thing as Worf. Like I'm pretending waiting for
I
everyone
would
to
like
go
both
to sleep,
of you to
and
roll
then-
stealth and perception checks. That's what I would like.
Am I
Can
percepting?
I have Rattles make a perception check? Because
All
he's
the rest of
always
the party
awake.
can roll perception too.
Got a 13. And my Steph.
I'd have minus 10 though, due to the fact that you're currently asleep.
7 then.
So the most important bit, at the very least, Warp and Autumn notice each other slinking out of bed.
That one's for Rattles.
And I notice
I'm-
Autumn, yes?
Yeah, actually, you do notice Autumn. And,
So do
and,
I.
and Rav also notices Autumn, yeah. also Worf.
I'm very stealthy.
Autumn's
So
just.
we noticed everything.
Your guys' eyes walk for you guys raise out of bed and you just look over at each other. And then you hear Rav's character just roll over and
Why
just
are
say,
you away?
"Oh,
I'm just using the restroom, and then I'll like go the opposite direction of the boxes. Like the cave where we came in.
you're walking out of the room."
Like somewhere
we
away
blocked
where
off
people
the
aren't
room.
going to like. Oh yeah, we
Well-
did block off the room.
Well, the room is boxes.
boxes. Then I'll go like behind one of the boxes or whatever.
Okay. One of the boxes or one of the boxes?
I'm gonna go buy one of the boxes.
Same for you, Autumn. The boxes.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing about all of this, Dominus?
Going back to fucking sleep.
Salazar, you hear something, but you have no idea what's going on. Like you've heard
This-
some footsteps and blankets getting moved.
Chance.
Salazar disappears.
He doesn't even know where he is.
Salazar's gone, as far as anyone's concerned.
Like it's like that thing where if I can't see them, they can't see me.
Jeez.
So you guys are gonna be opening your boxes simultaneously.
Note, I am only
So-
opening a box if it has like some form of like wolf head insignia on it.
Yeah, and those were not the boxes that had the rotten spell. They're different boxes.
Mhm.
It's been a few weeks, so I actually forget. Had you opened a wolf head box yet?
No, we had not.
Mm-mm.
You'd
There
opened
was
the magic
the-
item insignia, a blank box, and a rotten box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll initiative for me, the two of you. Three of you, actually. All but
Oh
Rav, really.
boy.
Hey.
Great start.
Alright, Salazar, we're starting with you opening a box. So, you're slinking around through the shadows for a short time before coming on to one of the boxes that you feel after groping it for a little bit. That's an autocorrect saying that the box does in fact have an insignia on it.
I'm gonna start like running my claws around to see if I can find like a good purchase point. Pull it open.
As you run your claws along the box, you can feel that this box is somewhat more worn than the other boxes in this room. And then yeah, your hands run up the sides and you get a good hold of the lid. You can feel the lid's, it's not nailed firmly onto the box.
I'm gonna pull out my one of my knives and try to like pry up some of the nails so it's quieter when I yank the lid off.
Okay, you're gonna try to pry up the nails.
Mm.
You can give me a dex or a strength check for that. And this will just determine how loud it is, not necessarily your success. In fact, what happens is you go so strong, in fact. You bash the nail out, it goes wing, and flies up, hits the ceiling, and clangs along the floor for a little while, bumping into Dominus.
I'm gonna go
Dominus,
around the other side of the
grabs
box
the
and
nail.
hide for a minute.
Grabs the nail and tosses it somewhere in the room.
I'm gonna, and then you're going back. You just ting 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 ting. And then
Yeah, go back to sleep.
All right. If Dominus gets woken up again, I'm gonna say he has a single point of exhaustion, of which you guys will be the cause.
Tired of all this shit.
So we're just stating that now. So yeah, you've managed to pry the nail free. We'll carry on. You're gonna try to pry any more nails free before you put the lid up.
Sure, why not? It went well.
You can feel each corner of the box is nailed down. This one you managed to sort of pry up without too much noise and.
I'm just gonna do the two and then like, bend the nails a bit out of place to pull the when I pull the lid up.
Are you gonna try to pull the lid up or pull the lid off?
Just up, hinge
Okay.
style.
All right, go ahead and try that.
Strength.
You can just do it, frankly.
Okay.
If you want to try to get just like a hand in there to feel around in there, you can get enough up to do that without having to really exert yourself.
Yeah, I just want to get enough up that I can like shine a bit of glass light in there and look around.
So, go ahead and do that. Rav, make a perception check. You're fine. You're asleep still. Good for you. Okay, this is a good scenario. I like this. So you're gonna shine a bit of light into the chest and then look around in there.
Yeah.
You see a number of weapons in there. This chest has just a small rack with knives on it, metal knives specifically.
Yeah, I'm
And if
gonna
you
push the lid up a bit more so I can like actually reach in.
okay, you're gonna reach in and pick up a knife, or what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try and just pull the whole rack out.
Okay, you're gonna have to get the lid at least 90 degrees off,
Mhm.
obviously, to do that. So that's gonna require a strength check.
Okay.
Once again, for noise. So you managed to get the lid off, but you're struggling with it for a bit before you kind of toss it off and it, like snaps the nails out and comes colliding into the wall behind you.
Hi. I'm just gonna like wave at Dominus because I know he's gonna roll over angrily.
Let's
No,
do
he's still asleep.
let's do a percentage die. What are they called? Potion, a random direction thrower. A D10.
See if he throws it at the
Is it not an
sleeping
8?
Yeah, I thought it was an 8.
It is a D8. So, I guess you're sort of forward. Lapis is left. So you've thrown it at Lapis.
Hi. I just kind of wave at Autumn pretending to take a piss in the corner.
As a side note, Dominus is sleeping with like the greatsword in his like arms, ready to like just clutching greatsword.
Okay, you're gonna pull the rack out of there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have you reach into the rack being pulled out, and as you do that, we're gonna switch over to Worf, I believe. Yeah, Worf, what's up with you?
I'm gonna check my box for traps.
How are you doing that? What's that process look like to you?
I'm gonna feel around the outside first and like see if there's any mechanisms on it. Maybe like lift it up slightly.
Okay, so you're not able to see any traps, an indication of latches, levers, trips, anything like that. This lid is not nailed onto this box. Instead, after giving it a closer inspection, you notice that the lid has been sealed to the box with a thin layer of some sort of thick liquid, a
Can't tell what kind of
glue-like
liquid it is.
substance. It's a glue-like substance, something that's very clearly very thick. You can give me a craft alchemy on it if you want.
Yeah, see if I can get it off with something.
So you don't know what it is, but you can tell its purpose, which is that it's very thick. It has almost entirely non-porous. And no air is able to move through it.
Do I know any way to get like dissolve it easily or?
It's not especially resistant material. It's resistant to air, oxygen, liquid, stuff like that. But just with a knife, you should be able to cut through it.
I'll poke a little hole in it and just like start stabbing away.
Okay, you're gonna poke a hole through the liquid or the substance. No, it's
Yeah,
not
like
liquid.
with my
Okay.
dagger.
As you poke through it, we're gonna cut to Lapis.
Oh god.
Lapis, how are we handling you right now?
So, did you see the thing that I sent?
I did. Let me see. I mean, I saw that you sent something. I didn't look at it. I don't know if I fully understand the question.
Like, could I just use the alternative summoning options? They're
Are
just like
these
they're just
alternative
like
options from
add-ons.
Paizo? Oh yeah,
They're
of
from
course.
Paizo. They're just extra stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So then I'll spend a couple seconds and summon a Hellhound.
Okay.
Right, like in my hideaway of boxes, and
So
then
the hellhound springs forth from the ether.
I'm gonna tell him to see if he smells anything like him
In the box.
in any of the boxes.
And you can communicate telepathically with the hellhound.
Oh, it speaks infernal,
and you
so I
speak
can just
infernal.
I'm just like whispering to it, like, do you see anything that you can, or do you smell anything that's like you? Like that's devilish. It can't speak, but
Oh, cannot speak.
it can't speak, but it can understand.
Okay, so it's going to communicate non-verbally back to you. It's going to walk up to one of the boxes and give sort of a non-committal of a shrug as a hellhound can really give.
Okay.
So if you
Is
can
it-
picture a dog shrugging non-committally, that's what it's doing. Okay.
Then I'll like, what is the box? Is this like one of the ones we've marked that is like terrible smelling? Because I know
Yeah,
we've
horrible
marked them all.
smelling.
Okay. What is it sealed with? Like, is it just
You-
nails or?
Are you going to inspect the box then?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
inspect the box a little bit.
This box is nailed down. Now, most of the boxes in the room are nailed down one nail on each corner. This box has been nailed down 15 times on each side. Like a line of nails running down the lid. As well as strapped around. And if you touch it, you can feel it's shaking very slightly.
Okay.
As well as it having a circular insignia with a star inside of it.
Upside down or right side up?
It's a star.
Which side of the box are you standing on?
Oh, it's the side of the box. I said.
Yeah. Like, is it like a
It's a 6-point
pentagram
star. It's a
or
6-point star.
oh, 6-point star. Okay. I smell a conspiracy here. Let's
Yeah,
see.
it's your dungeon master.
He just springs forth from the box.
Hi, it's me, your dungeon master.
You're wondering why I'm here. You're making a terrible decision. opening
What's
these boxes.
what's the deal with peanuts?
How like is it? How difficult would it be to like remove the nails? They're like smashed in there, right?
Same deal with their nails. People can remove nails from things. You just have to do it in such a way. You don't have to do anything. You can just do it.
I have a crowbar.
Let me just check this one spell. Then I'll.
Wait, no, my donkey has a crowbar. Never mind, I don't have a crowbar.
My
You had a
donkey has the crowbar.
I bet my donkey's in the acid pool taking a nice dip.
The worst thing
Wait.
that happens by you prying the nails up and ripping the lid off is waking up Dominus.
Okay. I will cast protection from law on myself. And
Okay.
then I will attempt to open up the box.
Now remind me, do you worship fiends or demons?
Devils.
Devils.
They're essentially demons, but they're lawful. So not total dickbags.
Unless their law is to be a dickbag.
I mean, the whole thing with devils is like have crime, but at least make it organized crime type deal.
Makes sense.
So what is it that you're doing to this box now?
I'm gonna try and like use. I don't know. What do I have a shitload of equipment. Just like if I have a piece of metal or like something to like jam under like the nails and like try and pry them up.
Okay.
Taking as like much time as I need to
You're doing this
to-
in a way that you're ensuring nobody notices that anything is up.
yeah, taking as much time as I need to make sure that it's quiet and that I'm getting the job done. I don't necessarily
Doing it
go
via
there
this
and
process
back.
will take close to an hour.
That's fine by me.
We cut back to the rest of the scene. As when Worf pokes a hole through the substance keeping the lid attached to his body, a small cloud of red gas escapes from the box and goes straight into his face.
What's it smell like?
It has no smell. And the second it comes out and it hits you in the face, it immediately dissipates into the air.
I do like an Arcana check.
Arcana check will tell you nothing. You're gonna want alchemy or nature.
Alright, let's alchemy that shit.
So the things you can tell about the gas is what you're. Okay. So the gas, what you can tell about the gas is that it's had some sort of reaction with the air. That its state within the box is different than it is now that it's outside of the box. So it's just shifted into something else.
Okay.
Now, of course, you don't know what a chemical reaction is,
Yeah.
but that's what's occurred.
Yeah.
You also suspect strongly it's probably not good for you, whatever it is that you've just breathed in.
Is it? Can I deduce that it's like still pouring out, or is it? Was that it? Was that just like the little poof?
You can't say strongly either way, but your best scientific guess would be that that's either all it is or it's spreading very slowly.
I'm gonna keep opening the box.
Okay, we cut back to Salazar. Awkward, because you're going to be at this for a while.
Yeah.
Salazar, oh shit, he doesn't have his headset on. We're back to you, Salazar.
Alright, so, is there anything else in the package that I can see, or just the one rack?
It's just the one rack in this box.
I'm gonna kind of like sit down, positioning the box between myself and as many of the rest of the group as I can, and just go over, looking over the daggers as
Are you physically handling the daggers?
well. At first, I'm just like looking at them on the rack, seeing what visual I can pick up off of them.
So the thing that you notice first and foremost is that the daggers are of pretty exceptional craftsmanship. And the second thing you notice is that there is the same wolf head icon adorned to the side of each blade and the pommel.
Okay. I'm gonna pull one of my shitty steel daggers out of its sheath and try and slide one of those in instead.
Into the rack.
Into the sheath that I just emptied.
Oh, what sheath that you're putting one of their daggers into the sheath?
Mm-hmm.
Your sheath? Okay. So when you pick up the dagger, you feel a slight shock wave emanate from the dagger and reverberate through your entire body. And the symbol on the knife glows a bright orange for a moment before subsiding. After that, you can slide it into your dagger.
See if it does the same thing when I draw it from the sheath.
That dagger does not have another reaction when you touch it.
Okay. And how many were there total?
There are 8 on this rack, 4 to each side. And they're of different styles. There are ornamental, they're all military use daggers,
Mm-hmm.
but there are curved ones, there are stilettos, I can give you the list if you want.
Yes, that would be good.
Okay. I'll go ahead and type that out to you. Is there anything else you're doing in the meantime?
The ones that will fit in my sheaths, I'm gonna transfer over, but I'm gonna have
Okay.
to look at the list first.
Okay, in that case, I'll just tell you there are 2 sidearm style officer looking daggers,
Mhm.
2 stilettos, 2 kukri looking daggers that have a curved blade,
Mhm.
and then 2 probably not combat use equipped daggers that are like, well, I forget the name of the smallest knife a samurai carried.
The Tonto.
Yeah. Something like that. That's probably used more for utility.
Right, so the kukri and the sidearms, I'm gonna hang on my belt in various places. I'm just gonna set the other 4 back in the rack for now.
Okay. Now you're gonna leave the rack on the ground next to you.
Mm.
So after that, you're the only one that's not either awake or doing something for the next 45 minutes. So is that all you're going to be doing for the moment?
After that, I'm just gonna be like poking and prodding them to see if I can. Or first, I'll cast Detect Magic, which I probably should have done before handling them.
Magical, all magical.
Lovely. What form of
What school of magic?
Hmm.
Divination.
Okay.
As well as a second aura that you cannot perceive.
The others I'm gonna like wrap in whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, each other knife you picked up had the same small shockwave, reverberation, and then glow as you handled them.
Okay.
Each knife did that the first time you touched it.
The rest of them then I'm just gonna pick up, ignore the shockwaves, and like wrap the blades in something, just scrap of cloth or whatever, and tuck them away in like one of the side pouches on my backpack.
Okay. So that's all for now?
Yeah.
The next person done with their task will be Worf. You managed to cut through the binding material after about 30 minutes and lift the lid from the box. Are you going to just lift the lid, slide the lid off? What are you doing now that you've got the lid?
Gonna carefully slide it off and make sure it's not like wrapped in any way.
You're sliding it off the box?
Yeah.
Rab, give me a perception check.
Ooh.
You hear that. You hear a thud as a wooden lid bangs into the ground.
Okay, as soon as the lid touches the ground, Dominus wakes up, grabs his blade, and swings in the direction of the sound.
I don't think you're in range of him, fortunately, but you're
No,
actually
no,
gonna.
but-
Yeah, you're just gonna swing. Whoa!
What's going on?
The person closest to you is actually or Salazar, and you actually swing within about a foot and a half of Salazar.
I
We're under
wave.
attack?
I like smile and wave at first. I'm like, no, I found knives.
Why are you not sleeping?
I can see now. I can't sleep when he thinks.
He's just
An
gonna
awkward moment is shared
slowly
between the
look
two of
around.
you.
Look at Worf standing by an open chest. Look at Autumn opening a chest. And just like shake his head. Start making his way towards where we blocked off the door. Lift up one of the boxes, set it aside. Lift one of the boxes, set it aside. Just walk away.
Okay, you can give me a fortitude save to resist the point of exhaustion that you may have incurred due to your party's actions.
Yeah, that's in. Yeah, that's okay. Cool.
And now you know. And remember who did this to you, because it wasn't me this time.
I know.
Rav, I just want you to know that it says Dominus perceives the word.
No, it says Zawardo.
No, it says perceives the word.
Really?
That's right. Yeah.
Am I being memed on right now?
No, it says Dominus perceives the word. Zawardo.
Oh, it does. Wow. I thought it was supposed to say the world.
It was supposed to say the world.
I've been reading it as that this entire time. Subconscious.
Notice that.
The next thing that happens as Dominus walks out of the room that you're sleeping in, we cut away from that scene and back to Worf opening the box. So are you looking
Rattle's
into the
coming
box?
with me, by the way.
I figured.
After the cover's off, I'm gonna wait a second and then look inside.
So when you look into the box, you see a very, 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 very small file inside of it with a skull and crossbones affixed to it and a very small crack in it. Empty.
Wait, a vial?
File, but yeah,
Okay. It's empty.
it is, yeah.
I can presume this is where the gas came from.
Yeah, that would be your best guess, probably.
All right.
I didn't think I had to say as much.
I'm gonna examine the. I'm gonna examine it closer to see if I can see anything notable on it.
Yeah, it's made of crystal, a very presumably expensive crystal, actually, and has a cork stopper.
Is it broken or no?
Cracked, it's very slightly cracked.
Correct. So I can't use it. That's bad.
No,
Can
but
I fix it?
it may be possible to fix,
I'll take
given
it.
magical attention.
Does it have any markings on it besides
Yeah,
the
skull and crossbones. That's it.
Okay. Alright, I'll take it.
Anything else you're doing in the next 15 minutes before Autumn completes her task?
Is there another box?
Yeah, there are more boxes.
I mean, of this kind?
No, I believe this was the last one. I believe there were exactly 3.
Alright. I think I'm good then. I'm just gonna watch Autumn open hers.
In the meantime, I would like another perception check from Dominus. You hear a skittering sound in the distance.
Does it sound familiar? Like,
Yeah, it's the same sound you heard right before you went to bed. I know it's been about 2 weeks or 3 weeks since we've played, but before you went to bed, there was also a skittering sound.
but does it sound kind of like the skittering from the spiders?
Similar. It's not the same sound, probably.
What direction do I hear it from?
From further within the subterranean environment you're within.
Just sigh. Peer into the room that they're in for a moment. Look around. You're all idiots. Just move back out
Okay.
and just grab my sword and just, wait.
I'm gonna go out there with him. I'm gonna go chill out, talk with him, chitter chatter.
As soon
Alright.
as he pops out, I'm gonna punch him.
Oh.
Ah! Not bludgeoning damage. My one weakness.
Alright, roll damage into hit. In fact, probably not even to hit. I mean, roll to hit, but I think it's more than likely just gonna connect.
I guess it's just a.
So strength plus your, yeah, you hit.
Is it a D? Is it a D? It's just a 1, right? For
No, it's a
melee?
D2. It's
So 1 in 5e.
or D3.
Plus my strength, though. Right?
Some
Actually,
yeah,
I think it's D3 actually.
it's some low number.
I'm pulling it up. It is D3.
4 damage.
So take 8 non-lethal damage, Worf.
Why'd you do that?
What do you think?
I was curious. My box had nothing bad in it.
Your box had nothing
What?
Salazar lost his eyesight for I don't remember how long. I
Why
got
does-
roasted multiple times, but you think this is okay?
Oh, don't you remember the one that had the rat in it? It tasted really good. That one wasn't bad.
I wouldn't be surprised if that rat suddenly starts scratching its way out of your body right now.
It's fine. It's fine.
By the way, watching Juice's face when I said that was amazing.
He's like, that could
He's
be a
like,
good
yeah, I can do that.
That's a good idea.
When I get down to the last couple of nails, I'm gonna stop. Actually,
And then
stop?
we walk away.
You successfully stopped opening the box.
like down when it later I don't know how long this has been. Like if it's this might
45
be
minutes.
45 minutes from where we're currently at. But I'll stop when it gets down to the last 2 or 3 nails. And I'll crouch to the lid or down to the side of the box. And have this language correct. Can speak Infernal.
somewhat importantly, which 3 nails is it that you are leaving within the box?
Cannot speak Infernal, so I'll forget. I'll probably the corners, like three.
Three corner, you're leaving 1 corner unnailed. There are 45 nails in this box. 60 nails, I'm sorry.
60 nails. Would I know of any significance to that number?
No.
No.
Many. There's lots of them.
And what's your character? You can roll a math check for me. Roll int.
Int.
Yeah, it gives an exactly 1 inch space between each nail.
But there's no like religious significance to nailing 60 nails into the box.
Not as far as you're aware, no.
Okay. I will. I'll take that moment to that's not what to do. Take this moment to just recollect myself before removing the next. I'll actually summon another thing. I'll summon a creature, and that creature let's go with a small elemental. Or another Lemur. I'll go with a Lemur. Similar to the one, well, not similar at all. But yeah, just like a little ball of like pie, or not even a ball, pile of fat tumorous creature.
Yep.
And then I'll pry the lid up.
Anything you're doing as you pry the lid up?
Like I pry the lid up and then I like immediately duck my head down like below the side of the box, expecting
Nothing
like flames
happens
to.
when you pry the lid up.
I'm gonna like peek my my head up and then like look into the box.
So the lid's still on. Are you pushing the lid off?
Yeah, I'll start like with, I don't know, like with my the end of my dagger. Like I'm gonna hold my dagger in my hand and push the lid.
Okay. So are you peeking into the box then?
Yeah, I'll look in.
You see a small round orb with similar insignias and engravings onto it as the bronze bits in the building you're in right now.
Is it like a more complete version? Like almost like have if a cipher had more symbols on it than a like a key had more symbols than a string of letters as a message.
Give me a check for that. You can roll intelligence
Linguistics.
just straight up or linguistics.
Do I actually have any something?
You can't really tell much about it. You can also roll knowledge religion about it if you want to, though.
We'll do. Nope.
Not very interesting. Pretty boring overall.
Okay.
But similar to the building itself, the orb is stone with the bronze inlay.
Okay. About how big is it? Like fist sized or?
You could fit comfortably into your hand.
Okay. I'll push the lid off the rest of the way, or at least enough to like reach a hand in. And then I'm gonna lift up the Lemure and like dump it in.
You're putting
The
the Lemure
box.
into the box?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna like point at the orb and like tell it to go move to the orb, and I'm gonna pull the lid back over the box.
Okay. You're having him pick up the lid? Or the orb?
Yeah, I'm gonna have it pick up the orb and I'm gonna pull the lid back over.
So you put the lid over. Are you nailing the lid back in first?
No, I'm not.
Now, can you feel the status of your Lemure?
It's not like I can feel like what they're feeling or whatever, but if it like dies, I have like I know that it dies. It's
So
like
you
having a
pull,
string cut.
you pull the lid back over onto the box, and a few tense seconds pass before the box shakes oh so slightly, and immediately you feel Lemmy be pulled out of existence. Are you going to do anything after that's happened?
I'll push the. Was there like did like the lid come off or did the whole box just shake?
Box just shaked.
I'll push the lid back off and like look down. Is there anything different about the orb? Is it
You
glowing?
see that the orb is currently rippling almost like a water. It seems non-Newtonian almost. It's keeping its shape, but it's also pulsating and rippling. And as you look at it, it appears to be growing in size
Like quickly or
fairly quickly. I'd say it's gaining about an inch every 10 seconds, something like that.
um. Hmm.
Hmm.
Let's see. I'm going to. Doesn't look like protection. I'm gonna cast detect magic on it then.
Very magical.
Aura, like
Doesn't actually appear to have an aura necessarily. It's just overwhelmingly magical itself. But its aura is not from a school of magic you're familiar with.
gotcha. Um.
As you
I'm
can
going to. Yeah, I was
go
just gonna
on.
say I cast read magic and see if the language is of a magical nature and not of a physical. It's not like actual tongue, but just.
Let me see how read magic functions, because this might actually allow you to read this. But I'm not sure.
It pretty much functions like if somebody wrote
It's a synopsis of the
a spell
spell.
book.
Yeah, so
There's
if
like
you were,
it's
if you were to
almost like a
read the
cipher.
synopsis, if you were to read the synopsis of the runes, as I'm kind of taking read magic to function, the synopsis would be something akin to sealed away.
Sealed away.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get a
Displace.
feel as like
Shut up.
it's sealing something or it seals whatever touches it?
The first one. It's sealing something.
Please.
Now, are you just sitting around and staring at it and
I'm like my character's like
Yeah.
thinking.
as you continue to sit there and stare at it, the orb continues to pulse and grow. It's growing faster the more time goes. And you can see little tendrils are starting to pull out from it.
Does this? I don't know. Would you say like a character like mine that's kind of like connected to other planes would be able to get a feel for different types of creatures, like the difference between how a devil feels and an eldritch feels?
So if you were to feel it, right, intuitively, it would feel extremely foreign to you.
Foreign.
So not in the way a devil, a demon, or a fiend feels, or something from the material plane. It feels extremely alien.
Okay. This is when Autumn starts to panic. Um, she's gonna put the lid back on the box and like start trying to put the nails back in.
Okay.
But like she doesn't have a hammer and the nails are probably bent out of shape.
Yeah,
because
you're
she's
just-
tried them.
you're
So
just-
it's more like she's like taking the like your deck go like and slamming the nails back in. Like probably very obviously and loudly too.
Yeah, do the three of you do anything with this commotion?
I'm going
Is
to also go
everything
start
okay in
slapping
there?
nails.
You're gonna go
'Cause-
start slapping nails?
Yeah, because I'm like a box away, right?
Yeah, you are. You're
I'm
about.
outside with Dominus.
No, everything's fine.
Scared.
You hear what appears to be a contented sigh from within the box. So you guys are just gonna sit there and bang on the box with the nails, like a word I can't say anymore. Thanks a lot, Ken.
What
Um,
me?
So-
Um,
like
Anything
I
else
hear
you're
a
doing?
sigh,
Like a
like freshly woken up, or like
yeah, that kind of sigh.
like that kind of sigh. Okay. They don't have tongues.
It looks like Salazar is currently looking at something.
How long has it been since I tried like opening the box? Like a couple seconds?
Oh yeah, not much time has passed at all.
Okay.
Maybe 30 seconds.
I'm gonna try and make a shaped glass hammer.
You make a shaped glass hammer. You gotta roll, I think it's a 15 was the DC I set to that.
Nope.
The glass just is, oh boy.
It takes like 12 seconds.
Okay.
Tonk, tonk,
So yeah,
tonk.
you form into so you're trying to nail the nails back in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you can go ahead and nail a nail back in. Nail a second nail back in. You start feel the box shaking harder as you nail the nails in.
I'm just like doing laps, each of the corners and like each of the center points, then splitting the difference.
You notice after you've gotten about 10 nails back in, the nails you've all nailed back in, all of them start lifting out of the box in unison.
I better grab Autumn
Like the
and just
lid's
like start
rising up?
shoving her towards the door.
Like the nails are just pulling out of the box.
Time to go. No, bad magic. Shove.
Is there like a box near, like the box that the
Everywhere.
Eldritch, the
There
other
are boxes
Eldritch,
everywhere.
the box that the other Eldritch monstrosity was in that smelled absolutely awful? Did what, like when we looked in it, was there stuff inside or it was just empty?
I think it's just
I'm trying to
Empty.
remember. Empty? I'm gonna try climbing inside that box and pulling the lid over it.
That sounds like the best.
Okay, you're in a box. Congratulations.
This
I'm in
is
the
good.
box.
I'm going to
Okay,
put-
good.
There
I'm in a
was
box
stone.
that could potentially keep an Eldritch monstrosity outside as well.
I'm going to put that box with Autumn in it on top of Stone's sphere box.
As you do
Can
that,
you lift? Like Autumn and the box?
He is
No.
not strong.
not this moment, no. In fact, what you do is you tip the box over.
Oh boy, what is going on in there?
Autumn
Making a lot
spills out of the
noise.
box. You see the lid to the box, and nails have all pulled out of the box and now hovering above it, and the lid starts to float up off the box as well.
I climb inside the box too. And like hold the lid shut sideways.
Okay, so is there anyone here to watch this box open
I'm
now?
still
I mean, I'm
outside.
like trying to peek into the room.
You guys,
again.
you guys are just like,
I'll do like the peek under him. Like,
Yeah, that's not like I'm. Yeah,
Scooby Doo
You
style.
see-
yeah, the Scooby
Yeah.
Doo.
you see a
battles up top.
you see the figure of a stone man rise out of the box. He's about 8 feet tall, with a square head with almost no expression on him. The brass inlays run up and down his entire body and forearms. And there are 2 discs adorned to his head right here and here. He steps out of the box and starts walking out of the room.
Hey, who are you? I just wave at him.
Cool. What the where are the other 2 dipshits?
He ignores you completely and walks between you.
I hear the footsteps going away.
Thud, thud, thud. It's a stone man walking, yeah.
Where is
I'm
he-
gonna
where
kick
is
the
he
box
going
open and
after-
like follow along.
Okay.
Where's he going after he leaves the room?
He's gonna walk between the 2 of you and then turn and walk the direction that you haven't been yet.
Do I feel anything weird when he walks past me?
Yeah, you feel he feels an oppressive energy coming from him. And just like what Autumn felt, he feels entirely foreign to you.
Does he smell like disease?
He has no smell whatsoever.
Smells like stone.
hmm
Scent is being overridden by the glory of his marble donger.
the more intellectual among your party can probably guess that the smell of the disease is probably some sort of sealing fume to keep what is ever in these boxes there.
Yeah.
And then now that you've opened the boxes, there's no more ass smell in the room.
Well,
Cleaned up
we
the
did.
smell.
That was
Autumn's gonna
Why?
like poke her like kneel like outside of the box and like poke her head up just like barely above the lid.
Completely
it-
empty.
What happened?
Wait, can I do
a
it?
giant man walked out of the box.
Can I
Whew.
position him to see
I
if
I
like,
I thought it was gonna be much worse.
You can
You-
tell that the markings. Oh, actually, go on. Continue your conversation.
You thought it was going to be much worse, but
It's
you
why I
still
hid.
decided to open the fucking box.
Well, I summoned a hellhound and he said the box felt like a devil, so I just
Mhm,
assumed
mhm.
that,
Mhm.
devils usually appreciate things
Oh.
when they're freed. Unlike some people.
I showed
Why-
the rack
why-
of daggers. The daggers I pulled out of my belt and shit are now randomly stuck in there as well.
Are you gonna open any of the other boxes with the wolf head insignia on them?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm sneaking back into the room.
So I'll
yeah, I
tell you
want to
now.
try to look at the like discern the markings on the guy. If there were any.
Sneaking
As you
back
walk
in the
away.
room. We can get some perception checks from the party. You're discerning. You can tell two things that have a similar nature to the ones on the walls of this,
Okay.
and they're not holy markings. But no, I'm sorry, they're not markings of worship. But they appear to be laid out in similar patterns to some obscure readings you've done in the past that the leaders of cults would have inscribed upon themselves.
Okay. All right.
So what does my point of exhaustion actually do?
I'll pull that up.
Because I looked it up and exhaustion was like extreme.
God Damn.
It's not exhaustion, it's like
It's fatigue, I
Fatigue?
believe.
fatigue, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Okay.
Fatigue's not that bad.
How do you have a plus 13?
It is bad when the rest of the party is a cause of it.
Because my hearing, I get like it's because I took it's one of my traits. I get like super hearing.
It's 'cause he's a
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
bat.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I'm a
hears
bad
everything.
people.
That's part of the reason why he's also frail and weak.
Yeah, that's why I take bludgeoning damage like a motherfucker. And I have fast healing. That doesn't ever work.
that's because you guys decided to explore a cave instead of trying to fix your fast healing. Plans as always. So you're gonna open a box. When you open the first box, you find a very similar thing to the previous box. This time, it's a rack with maces hanging from it. Same insignias on the maces, etc.
I'm gonna just like pull that out and set it on the floor next to the box and move on.
Okay. Swords, hammers, bows, arrows, armor, spears.
So I
All of
pull
these
around
metal?
as many of the
Mhm.
racks as I can and just like push them like a train towards the door. Guys, found things.
We could arm an army with these.
That's a lot of heavy stuff.
Also,
I can't
all
help.
of these are magical.
Mm-hmm. Are any of you going to try to test them out or try them?
I'll
Yeah,
look
I'll
at the
take,
arrows,
like-
maybe.
I'll take like one of the maces and like
I'm gonna.
swing it
I
against
mean,
the
I'm
wall.
90% sure I'm only proficient with daggers, and
So-
there are no daggers left.
There's 4 daggers left. When you
Oh,
hit
there
the
are?
wall with the mace, Rav, it makes a sound you would expect the sound it to make would be metal on stone. The sound it
Mhm.
does make is the sound of pillow on wall. Sort of a soft poof.
I'm
And
gonna
it-
try to hit Worf
And
with
it doesn't bounce back off the wall, it just stops against the wall. So when you hit Worf, same thing happens.
Just
It doesn't
hitting
hurt.
him.
It pushes him back.
Ah!
This is actually quite funny.
I stabbed Dominus in the ass.
Yeah, like
like giggling the whole time.
retard. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Dumb boy.
Here, fucker here can give me a wisdom check. That's you, Salazar. As you're the only one that's really closely inspected them so far. A moment of genius strikes you. The smartest this man's ever been. These are more than likely weapons of some cult or army that have an enchantment on them disabling them for use for other people.
I sigh and see if I can determine what religion they're attached to before I stab Dominus in the ass.
Well, a few other things that come to your mind is that it's very odd that that's the enchantment that's on them, considering the enchantment that you felt on it was divination.
Mhm.
And it's also also the reverberation glow that's happened to you too as well now,
Yeah,
Dominus.
I figured.
What cult? Lord knows. Nothing you've ever heard of.
Right, I'm gonna try and stab like my arm, see if it'll draw blood. If it is like a Fenris-related cult.
Nope.
I swear and like throw the dagger across the room and go and get my old ones back.
Okay.
They just like swap them back out, wrap these ones, stick them in.
Well, we could have armed an army, but I guess
If I like pick up one of the maces, can I use it to like break something, or does it just not do anything at all?
It's like hitting something with a pillow.
Okay. So can I like try and
So
break
it's
one of the
somewhere
daggers?
between a plastic mallet and a pillow.
Okay. Could I try and break one of the daggers?
How would you be trying to break it?
Like using like or bend it at least. Like try and just
It's a dagger.
I would
it's
I
the
would
enchantment that's doing the.
yeah, like I would see if I could
Yeah,
like
it's just a dagger when you inspect it, but it's the use that is disabled pretty clearly.
okay. No, I would try and break the like could I try and like break the enchantment by twisting or breaking the actual dagger itself?
You can try that. What are you trying to do?
Like just like see if I can like wedge it because it's all stone. Like if there's like a crack or a seam like in the doorway, just like wedge it and like
Well, give me a
lever it
strength
up.
check, buddy. Nope. Dagger's fine. Actually,
If
what's your
we
strength
could
bonus? Yeah, you're not making the strength check.
if we could break the daggers, then
Minus
maybe
one.
we could use the metal for other weapons.
I don't think I care enough to try.
It's a metal. If we can break the enchantment, then we could just attach it to your Addle.
Right. The amount of time that it would take to try.
We don't have
and
to do
get
it
all...
ourselves right now. We could just bring it with us for later.
Right. I thought you meant like right now because you were
Yeah,
trying it
not right
right
now. Like I was just trying to see if I could break one, because if I can break one, then we can do it to the rest of them.
Well, I'm not carrying all that stuff because you're not carrying, and I point at all of them. Like, you're not carrying it, you're not carrying it, and you're definitely not carrying it as I point to Worf. I'm the one who has to carry it.
We could just leave it here until we come back, and I have spells that could increase our carrying, our ability to carry items as well.
Yeah, it would have been nice if I had the spells back, but yeah, I was trying to sleep. And then you guys decided, let's not wait until we're waking up to open these boxes. No, let's do it now.
So who was that guy that walked by?
I don't know, but I'm following him, and I'm just gonna start going in the direction.
You feel the ground and walls shake violently. You can all give me reflex saves or be thrown to the ground. And as the ground and walls start shaking, you can see the walls start to shift around you. The broken pipe above you starts repairing, pulling itself back together. The dust on the ground starts being thrown into the air and just disappearing into the void.
So I'm on
Some
my
of
ass.
some of the gears and cogs that were not turning start to turn once again. The brass becomes more burnished. The insignias and writings on the wall begin to glow as well,
Does my blade do anything?
and the whole area starts to glow, like there's light filling the room now. What blade are you referring to?
The great sword that we found in the weapon cabinet in the first room.
It does not have a reaction, no.
Okay.
What kind
I'll
of,
look in the crate that the orb was in.
Empty.
Empty. There's nothing. It's just empty
Empty.
now.
What about the room that the crates were in? Because that was like super dusty, super fucked up. Not
Yeah,
super fucked up,
it's
but,
like immaculate. It is immaculate.
what
Shove one of
kind
the
glow is
swords in
there?
the gears.
You see. Yeah, wait, what are you saying?
I'm shoving one of the random swords into the gear, try to jam them.
The gear continues to turn, and as it comes into the wall, the sword snaps in half.
Clean destruction of
Was
magical
that
items.
was one of that was the
As
the
it's
magic
as it snaps in half, you hear a loud bang, and a crackling boom goes through the entire room, throwing you back against the wall. Give me
Ow.
a reflex save and a fortitude save.
Ow. God damn it.
that is impressive.
Sorry, how much health do you have? I forget.
Total or currently?
Currently.
Currently, I have 9 apparently.
Okay. So you're unconscious. When you wake up, you're gonna have a slight concussion.
Well, I think I'm gonna
just
roleplay
imagining just a
unconsciousness.
I'm
Just
just
hope to get up
imagining
for
a
a second.
splatter against the wall.
And you do not see this. The rest of your party sees Salazar get covered in a orange glow, the same color as the insignias light up when you touch the weapons.
Is it like constant or just for a second?
Yeah, his skin is glowing slightly that color.
Well, it
That
doesn't
was
look
odd.
like we'll be able to.
Happened to him lately.
It doesn't
Yeah,
look
he's-
like we'll be able to break those weapons after all. I
but-
like snap
mean,
my fingers and like dump them like on the floor, like the ones I've been carrying.
Okay.
Maybe we could dispel
Oh, you
that,
had
maybe?
you'd pick them up too, Lapis.
I'd have like a dagger, but
So the only one who hasn't touched one yet is Worf.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's good to know.
Could be bad, could be good. Who knows? I might be the lucky one. I might be the unlucky one.
You're the Benny of this group if you get that reference. You don't.
You know, at this
Yeah,
point,
the
I
bad.
would. Maybe we should just leave.
But the guy looked pretty cool. But I'm looking pretty. I'm feeling kind of under the weather.
Orange. You're looking orange.
I'm not
He's
looking.
not orange.
That's
That's Salazar.
Oh, Salazar, sorry.
The entire building is still shaking, by the way. Like a
Under-
lot too.
I'm on the ground, so I'm just lying there like whole
Am I, like, the only one
bracing against the
standing?
ground.
I think so. And you and Autumn and Salazar was standing. He has ceased to stand.
Yes, he's Stan.
He's hanging off the wall.
You also hear a loud scraping sound, like something moving through dirt.
Does it sound like it's
I
coming from
wouldn't-
under us?
It sounds kind of coming like it's all around you.
I wouldn't be opposed to leaving this place.
Oh, it's a very loud sound. It's not like a creature is tunneling through the dirt.
I think I'm ready to go. I don't like it here anymore. Maybe we can come back later.
No, I don't think we need to come back later. I think we got some weapons, we got some cool stuff. I don't think we need to be in here
Yeah,
anymore.
I feel the same way.
I
We
like
should go.
living. I'm not dragging that guy back, and I point at Salazar.
I give him a. Actually, no, I'm not gonna touch him because he's glowing orange.
Yeah.
I'll detect magic on him.
Salazar? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
glowing magically. Okay, some sort of divination aura.
Oh my
Ah,
God.
yeah. Divination.
Now he can't use himself because he's not part of the cult. He's just a vegetable.
I'll like
That would
I'll like
probably be
take
better.
some of my rope and like tie like a noose and then throw it around like his ankle or something
Oh.
like that.
Hey, is anyone
then just-
stabilizing him?
I'm not touching that guy.
I'm not
Okay.
touching it. And like then start like pulling him out of the room like to where we were before, like the big dome
glass
with
dome,
the glass.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Okay, so
probably
you're
gonna
going-
be doing the opposite of stabilizing him because we're dragging his ass.
You're going out of the building.
We're going towards the outside of the building. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you walk through into the room you were in, and you walk into the entry room.
Mm-hmm.
The door that you pass through to get into here is currently sealed closed.
Guys.
I'm gonna try to open the door.
Wait, I could blow it up.
There's no handle. The wall has formed into a wall there.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, it's
Because
just
the
a
way you said
wall
it-
now?
It's just a wall now.
Have I told you I hate all of you?
It wasn't my idea to come in here.
Maybe if Salazar had nailed it down better, it would have been fine.
Salazar's the one that opened the first box. This is his fault.
I'm just
Stop.
He's
gonna, like,
unconscious. He came into it.
Yeah.
Roll to stabilize, by the way. That's pretty important.
10?
Yeah, I believe so. I'll make sure. I think it works differently in Pathfinder.
It's just if you go to your negative constitution, you die. I'm pretty sure.
Problem.
Yeah, I'm
You
just gonna
you
like
lose
crouch
minus
down.
one every round or something.
I'm just gonna crouch down next to Salazar and just I'll stabilize him just because I can't deal with like the trail of blood coming from his back.
It is a DC 10 Constitution check.
That's
And you
a
take
lot
a
simpler.
penalty on the roll equal to your negative total.
Damn it. I failed by 1. Negative 2.
Sucks.
Rat
if you're-
said he's stabilizing him.
And if your negative hit points are equal to your Constitution score, you die.
Oh, that's nice. Wow, Worf dies easy.
What if it was
Yes.
negative? What if it was your Strength score? He dies at -3.
Die at -3.
Yeah, at 3 HP he just drops dead.
So are you just gonna be sitting around the living room for now?
No, I stabilized Salazar.
Do I still
Okay.
hear the noise coming closer?
Which noise coming closer?
The thing that's all around us?
No, it's not coming towards you. It's just a sound of something moving through the dirt. It's completely constant.
Oh. But it's not like moving in a direction?
Give me a wisdom check. Or an
Oh,
intelligence
God.
check, actually. Jason figured it out. It's you that's moving.
Oh, I figured.
I figured that too, but my character, you know.
Yeah. As the player.
I'm gonna start like mumbling and swearing and then cast a fucking cure light wounds on
You're
myself.
still unconscious, I think, aren't you?
Yeah,
You
you're
stabilized?
stabilized, not conscious.
Hmm. I mumble and swear in my sleep.
Fuck.
I would heal you, but I don't have any spells.
Neither
Because
do
someone
I.
woke me the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys chose to do this before resting. All the way.
Yeah, I got nothing. This is looking pretty grim. No fast healing, no potion.
Mm,
Maybe just
yep.
sleep here while we're moving.
I'm out too. I thought I had one level 1 left.
Yeah. That's what happens when you start doing dumb stuff before.
Look, man, if
recuperating.
I threaten something, I can heal.
Cool, you're unconscious.
He's threatening you in his sleep. You reach the surface after about 15 minutes. Eventually, the building you're in comes to a sudden grinding halt. And everyone make a reflex save or be thrown to the ground once again. And as the building comes to a sudden halt, the wall that was originally the door collapses into bronze liquid before getting sucked back into the building itself. And you can see that you're now above ground, positioned on a small cliff above the death swamp. That's what you see outside the door.
Is this like the mountain that we came off of?
Yeah, it is.
We
The
see
other
factory.
Can we see the lizard men
I
down
want
the map?
yes, actually they're dead. But I want everyone to give me a luck check. Not everyone, just people who lost companions.
How do I give a luck check?
That's a D100.
Good thing that I have my companion.
If you get a 10 or less, that's what you're shooting for here.
Wait, I do have the other guy still out in the world, don't I?
I still want you to give me a roll. Yep,
What am I looking for? I forgot.
just a
10
luck
or
check.
less.
Oh yeah.
10 or less. Oh, not a lucky day.
Okay, so other than the swamp beneath, you don't see anything of significant interest.
Do I see the acid pool?
No, the acid pool was the other direction. You are south of the south of the swamp. Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt my shirt. You are south of the swamp. The acid pool was, if I remember what I told you correctly, east,
Yeah, right.
within the swamp.
Yeah, it was.
But if you give me a knowledge geography roll, you can try to figure out where it is by triangulation.
Okay.
I just want to know where we are.
You guys are some distance west of where you started. Actually, do you remember when you looked west in the first session, you saw that jutting plateau
Mhm.
that you guys didn't explore? That's where you are now.
Okay.
I mean, the lizard men were just so kind and friendly. Why would we not accept their help?
Yeah, I understand. So, anything you guys want to do surveying the landscape?
Oh, that's a good way to get back to the surface. Am I right?
I mean, I did want to come back, and that means we don't have to go through the death swamp. Oh wait, yes we do.
We could just
Well,
go around it this time.
At least we don't get chased by
Sure,
lizard men this
we
time.
aren't getting faced. You are right.
You hear the sound of stone grinding on stone.
I'm gonna
Like
step
this
through the doorway.
building going back down.
No, not like that.
Can we like wait? Are we like flat with the ground right now, or is it like are we above the ground? Like, would we be jumping? Would we be?
There is
falling,
actually,
or-
actually, if you look outside the door, you can see a staircase coalescing from the stone from the door.
I think we should run.
And you also, while that's happening, two men made of stone emerge from the walls on either side of the door and step in front of it. They don't do anything, they just stand
On the
there.
outside?
On the outside, yeah, with their backs facing you. Each of which holds a spear.
Salazar, try going.
Salazar still unconscious.
Let's push Salazar
Um,
through to see
I'll
if they
step.
stop
I'll
him.
step forward, and like say in common, like, "May we go through?"
What the two guards will turn around and say, "Who are you?
I am Autumn.
We hope your time at the party was a success. Would you now give us your ticket so that you may leave?"
I seem to have misplaced my ticket. Do you know where I
Perhaps
could go get a new one?
you do not receive tickets within the building.
Where do you receive tickets?
Wherever you may.
Can I speak to the manager, please?
So, what did you say your name was again?
Autumn.
Autumn, if you're not able to show us that you are in fact a guest at this establishment, we will have to remove you by force.
Could I just leave?
You may not just leave.
Very well then.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with the party. We should just go back.
Very
It was
well.
fun.
Very well, I guess. Enjoy your time. And they'll turn their backs to you again.
I hate all of you.
I
Maybe-
look at Worf like, we could have just left.
Maybe for Salazar, and they'll fight him as we run.
I'm gonna go inside and find a ticket.
Okay, you do that.
Maybe we could sleep at the front entrance. It looks safe here. There's guards.
Is
I feel that's
anybody
fair.
still watching out the outside the
Rattles is-
place?
Rattles is-
Give me a perception check from Rattles. Nothing. There is nothing of interest.
Good thing Rattles has a great perception.
Nothing of interest. All right. Yeah. What are you guys doing in this time?
Did these seem like did those feel like automated responses?
Yes.
Okay. I'll
They don't-
pull
They don't feel especially autonomous to you.
autonomous. Okay. I'll pull I guess a chair up, like near one of them, like because we're set. Yeah, I will like agree, like yeah, it's probably pretty safe, and then just go sit like probably like 2 or 3 feet from the doorway.
Okay.
On the chair, and like be like, might as well rest now.
Anyone else got anything to do?
I just gotta lay down on the
Exact-
floor, put my bag there, and just use it as a pillow.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna look down at Salazar lying there unconscious,
Glowing.
glowing.
Definitely not touching him. I'm avoiding that man. Avoiding touching anybody.
After all I've done for you.
You don't know that I'm not being. You don't know. You're unconscious. I could have tried to help you for all you know.
So then, will you guys go to sleep? The whole party?
I guess so, yeah.
All right. Make camp. In what way are you making camp?
I'm just going in a corner and pillow back.
Yeah, I'm just putting my like trying to remain alert, but like sleep.
Yeah, I'm putting my back to the wall and just like facing out.
Sweet.
Like
Well-
I'm rehearsing a few lines to say, like one of my friends is getting my ticket for me. One of my friends is getting my ticket for me.
Holy shit! This is the worst D&D game on earth. This is from my Tuesday game with Claire.
Okay.
This is the campaign. Like this sheet is a well organized document for our plans. Check this out. Spot 1: cod, halibut, shrimp, snow crabs.
What?
Yeah, it's a fishing campaign.
Is it really?
Spot 4: halibut, cod, crawdad, clam, crab, shrimp. This
Why?
is really. This is what the game is now.
Why are they going fishing?
No, we're fishing. I made this game.
Yeah.
This is my fault.
Oh,
This is my fault.
why? Why are you going fishing though?
Okay, so here's what,
It's true.
so here's what happened. The way we started, we did our session, Jeremy. Claire's like, so what's your guys' backstory? And I'm like, okay, so I'm like, I get my players because I'm like the most experienced player. Like, I think we're gonna be from a fishing village, and all I ever wanted to be was a pirate, right? So we're fishermen, but we bought a little boat. It's a shitty boat, like a boat, and we're sailing around trying to be pirates. And so we sail into this place called Rattleport. Perfect, right? And the first thing we do in Rattleport is they're like, why should we let you into Rattleport? And we're like, because we're fishers, we fish. And so then I had this idea. I'm like, well, we're too poor for a boat. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Ponzi scheme where we fish a whole bunch, cook the fish really well, sell the fish to the people of the village, and then take over the market district. And now we're going to be having a fishing empire in the village. It's working so far. We're going to have a fishing empire, and we're going to use our fishing empire to buy a boat. So that's the plan.
I mean,
So we're literally sailing around. We spent 45 minutes talking about how we'd cook one fish.
to be fair, I really like that idea.
It took longer for us to figure out how we were cooking the fish than it did for our characters to cook the fish. We're like, all right, Claire, like, she looks like she wants to kill us. She's like, what? She's like, how are you guys cooking the fish? And we're like, that's a great question, John. How are we cooking the fish? And then he's like, what's in this frozen one? Is there garlic? Are there onions? Is there turmeric? And we just like went on, and we wrote it down. He has that one. It's like blackened halibut with a smoky undertone on a bed of rice. Like,
feels like heaven. Cause we don't let the bad vibes get in, we don't let them win. Testify to the strength of a true bond, flying high over the heads of a rude mob. Staying at the revolution of the whole cloud, kill 'em all with love. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. We're riding on a pink cloud. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Our mother is the boom in the bassline. Our father is the backbeat halftime. They say we were born under a bad sign. We say yes, so what? We're the ones who create our own world. Friendly assassins known as pegboard. All glory and praise to the bad lord. Kill 'em all with love.